All right, so welcome back to another class of Introduction to Web Development with Python and JavaScript. So since we have lots of issue with the previous classes, in order to go a little bit faster, we'll actually use a platform called Gitpod instead. Gitpod is basically Visual Studio Code, but online version, okay? So it's basically online Visual Studio Code. So, so have all of you signed up here? Sign up at github.githpod.io already?
So if you have a GitHub account, you can just use that.
Yeah, you can sign up with GitHub.
Yeah, it says like there's this link and I went in it and there's like everything in it.
Yeah, it's have like all the content that Suite does. So don't worry if you didn't caught up for the previous classes. This is where you should be. Don't be worried if you don't caught up, and then you can just go to this link, and then if I go to my GitHub, since I already go there, I don't want to create another workspace. But if I go here, and then you can see, you should see something like this. And then once I click on start, and now I can go ahead and you can see, let's give it a sec.
Wait, is it like kind of like a live share thing?
It's not. It's online Visual Studio Code. You can see it's really similar to Visual Studio Code, but it's basically like online version of it.
Oh, so we have to type our own code, but this is just like a starter?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So if I type something like in that JSON thing, it won't show on your screen?
You can try. It won't. You can try. It won't.
That doesn't work.
Okay, so I turn the autosave on just for the sake of like time concern. And then now if we take a look, so what you can do is you can just run Python. First you need to actually install Django. So what you need to do is type pip install -r requirements.txt. And then what it should do is it should install everything required, which is currently in my requirements.txt. It's only Django. But yeah, you should see something like this. And then what you can do, once you install Django is you can run Python manage.py run server. And then you can see it started the server because you've got a service available on port 800 says here. And I can say, okay, let's make it public, open the browser. And then you can see it's exactly how like our Django project is behaved. All right. So that's basically how a Gitpod project, basically.
I can't get to your page on Gitpod. I signed in, but it's still, there's just a bunch of random stuff.
No, there should be contents right here if you follow my instruction. If you follow my instruction, it should be exactly the same thing as I just did.
Okay.
Because I literally tried that before the class and works. So.
Can you copy paste the link in the chat? Because I didn't even see the link.
Okay.
The authentication/register thing also works.
Yeah, it should work.
It has like username and password and submit.
Okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. It was launching in Microsoft Edge instead of Chrome.
Okay. All right. So does everybody create their GitHub project with all these starter code that I created for you beforehand?
Aren't we using Visual Studio Code?
You can. This is just a online platform. So for those of you using Replit, don't use Replit anymore. Use this instead. And yeah. But for rest of you, you could keep using VS Code if you want to. It's basically like this is the terminal. It's really similar to Visual Studio Code, but yeah, it's basically the same thing. Okay. All right, does all of you see something like this in GitHub or in Visual Studio Code? Can I get a thumbs up in Zoom if you guys are ready to move on?
What did you type again?
What?
What did you type again?
I put the instruction in the Zoom's chat.
No, I mean like in the workspace.
You don't type anything. Okay. Oh, you mean this?
Yeah.
Okay, you first install this, and then you first install it, and then you can run the server. All right, is everybody ready to move on?
I gotta.
Wait, why did you make me unmute?
I don't know. Wait,
got
yeah, okay. Sorry, that's an accident. I just want to lower your hand. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Ethan.
I got a from Django.core.management import x. I got from manage.py line 11 in main from Django core.management.import.execute and blah 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 from command line module not found error, no module named Django, and then the above exception was the direct cause of the following exception. Trace back most recent call last file manage.py line 22 in module main, something like that.
Okay, so I don't understand any error just said. I'm going to telling you what error to talk about. This is important. You need to know like what is the actual error. Like if you see something like this, it's an internal server error, blah blah blah. Everything here above this line. Can someone mute themselves? Richard, could you mute yourself, please? All right, I will just mute you. Okay. All right, back to what I'm saying, the error. So notice that it have a trace back. So anything between here, these here are useless. They're absolutely useless. Didn't provide any good because like especially, well, sometimes they do because they do tell you where the line number is. But if this is like a bunch of file you didn't create, like you didn't create Django/core/handle/exception, you didn't create this, you didn't create that, don't worry about it. What I need to know is this specific error. What I need to know is this error. Is this value error? Okay, well, I guess I was just gonna try this. Is value error. The view authentication view doesn't return HTTP response object. So that's what I need.
It's an import error. Can I import Django? Are you sure it's installed and available in our Python path environment variable?
Okay. Did you type pip install -r requirements.txt?
Pip.
I sent you the Zoom's chat.
Okay, there we go. Thanks.
All right, no problem. So you see the get pod environment now, right?
I still need to run the server, so.
Okay. All right, does everybody see their GitHub environments?
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right, so guess now we can continue.
I got a about blank hashtag blocked, and then I got like a white screen.
Just wait a few seconds. It should gone eventually. Or otherwise, if it still doesn't work, copy the contents here. Copy the URL, your web address here, and then but add 8,000 hyphen in front of it, and then type like GitHub. I think that's the pattern is. So like your unique git pod link, and then but you need to add 8,000 and hyphen in front of it basically. And you don't need to worry about the pop-up then. Okay.
Okay, I got it correct. There we go. It worked.
All right, nice. So is everybody ready now?
Yeah.
All right. I think then we'll go ahead and move on. So does anybody remember what we did last time?
We made a username and password input and a submit thing.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Plug out thing.
Yeah, so we specifically work on the authentication, though we didn't get much to finish. But notice that we actually have a file called register.html. And then we have a views.py, and then that renders this register.html. But notice that there's nothing happening when the form gets submitted. So this is what we'll do today. Our goal for today is to finish these authentication for the first half of the class. Then the second half, we will start to implement the function where user can start to tweet. Okay, this is our plan. Since we only have 5 classes left, so let's just hurry up. And then I just want to give you guys final week to work on whatever you want to work on. Basically, like create your own web application using the class you learn, and then do a show and tell. And I'll briefly talk about like how Git and GitHub works, some security concerns, so more generally some more nerdy stuff. But yeah, that's a plan. So we'll go ahead and see when can we get this to finish. All right, so now I can see we got this method is, all right, let me just, okay. So now let's go ahead and take a look. How can we actually create a new user? Turns out in Django, create a new user is pretty simple. Actually, I think I remember one thing that I need to talk about. So recall that when you go to this route, so /auth/register, and then for example, you sign up for a username, and you type a password in, and if you click on submit, we'll see is we got this 403 error called forbidden, and it says Csrf verification failed, request aborted. So basically this is called Csrf, or cross-site forgery, request forgery attack, and it's a security concern. Again, basically it's what you mean is somebody else maybe want to submit to this route, but for some like malicious purposes. So in here, what we can do is in here, we can just basically add a really simple line. And then basically it's curly braces, %, CSRF underscore token. Okay, CSRF underscore token. And then if you refreshed, now if we try to do this again, we should still see an error, but this time it's not a CSRF error. Indeed, it's a view authentication because we didn't return anything. It must return something. But you can see we successfully passed the CSRF verification. And if you want to take a look, just a sec, let me finish this real quick. And then if we want to take a look, what's actually happening to that CSRF, and then you can see Django automatically create a new field of form field for us. Name is CSRF middleware token, and the value is random string that generated. Okay. All right. Yes, whoever just asked me a question, I suppose. Does anybody have any questions?
Can you
Yes.
can you go back to like the thing because I didn't finish typing? Oh yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I wasn't here, so what is going on?
Okay, so basically what I decide is we're not gonna, you have options now. If you're using Replit, use this option instead. If you're using VS Code and everything goes smoothly for you, still I would recommend to use this online environment instead. It's called Gitpod. So you can basically sign up account at gitpod.io and then send this again in the Zoom's chat. You can take a look, Kessler. And then you can go to the specific URL. You should see something like this. And then basically what we just did is literally just add this line inside of our template, instead of authentication, templates, authentications, register.html. All right, that's briefly what we do.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't have settings.json.
Don't worry about that. It will automatically create for you if you turn the autosave option on. So like you can click on here. Don't worry about this. This is like a Gitpod thing. Don't worry about
Okay, thank you.
it. You're welcome.
I have
And
a question.
yeah, I just want to answer Kate's question, but yeah, sure.
So when I submit, it's just nothing happens and it doesn't show an error. It just
doesn't-
submits and nothing else happens.
Well, I mean, unless you return something, otherwise it should show you an error. Unless you type something like return HTTP response, like something here. Unless it does that. Otherwise, it should show you an error. You
What?
just
But
type-
it didn't.
Do you just pass here?
Yeah, I just put pass.
Yeah, that means your method is set up correctly. You most likely don't have this method here.
Can you go over the code?
What do you mean go over the code? We literally just changed this file. So find register.html, and that's what we did. Added CSRF token for security purposes.
So that's all you did?
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
Can
And then
you
if you,
move your cursor?
what?
Can you
Oh,
move
sorry.
your cursor? Thank you.
And finally, I can answer Kate's question. Sorry about that. How do you reach the website where you enter the username and password? You basically going to go run this using Python, type Python manage.py server in the terminal. And then it should say something like, there should be like a pop-up here. And then you can click on make public. And then it should have another pop-up say open browser. And then there should be another page prompt to you here first, here. And then to reach the place where you can type, your password, it could go to /auth/register.
Wait, I'm using Visual Studio Code. So what is I saw last class you gave me a different link.
Yeah, because that's the localhost server, but this time it's like internet available public. So don't worry about the link, but the end should be the same thing, the route. So like,
Well, then how do I access the website?
okay, just on Python 3 manage.py run server. And if you're using Visual Studio Code, go to browser, go to 127.0.0.1:8000/auth/register.
Okay. And then /auth/register. Okay. Oh, okay. Now there's a Csrf verification failed
Okay, all right.
because I just added the method equals post.
Yeah.
So wait, what was the code again? C process CSRF token.
Again, the CSRF token is the only thing that I typed. All right, guys, ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't. You're supposed to do pip install on all that code.
Oh, did I not? Yeah, you're supposed to run these. Okay, I forgot to type R at the end, but yeah, I should install Django first. To make it easier, you can just type pip install -r requirements.txt in your terminal, which I sent in the Zoom's chat as well. Tell me let me know if you didn't receive it. I was sending.
Yay, it says value error.
Yeah, it's a value error. Yep. All right. So now if you see a value error, that means you're correct. Because notice that we didn't implement anything for when the form actually gets submitted. Now here are some interesting things we can do. Let's talk about how can we authenticate using user in Django. So it's really easy. In fact, in here what we'll do is we'll actually first type user, and then in here we'll type user.objects.create user, and then notice that it's automatically tells me, and then you can see give me like a intelligent snippet, tell me what information should I substitute. Here you can see we have a username and password, and then by default our username is just going to be request.post bracket username here. Oops. And then actually, if you are interested to see what's actually happen underneath the hood, you can take a look at this file right here. You can just like in MacBook, just like type command, hold command, and move your cursor over, and then it will like show underline, and then you can take a look like the information and click on it. It will show you the source code. But anyway, you should see some, and then you can set user.object.create irregular user. Username is username. Request.post username.
Can you slow down?
Yeah.
Wait, can I see the imports? Wait,
What do you want to see?
like, can you just do the user thingy? User dot objects dot create user. Yeah. Username.
What do you do after
Post.
how do I'm still trying to run the server.
You're still trying to run the server.
Mhm.
Did you install Django?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
still trying to find manage.py with ls and cd.
Okay. Then what you can do is you can type Python manage.py run server after you install Django.
Password equals request.
Do install capital or lowercase d?
Wait, you should really just type pip install -r requirements.txt, and you don't need to worry about like what's happening there. Like I automatically like create this file for you so you can install it.
I have another
Wait,
question.
can you go back to views.py?
Yes.
Did you import anything else?
No.
Oh,
This is also very important.
because I have an error.
This is all three I imported, and then it doesn't show
Like-
anything.
Dot post user. Oh, request dot post. Oh, that's what it means.
All right. How about this? Everybody, if you have a question, just try to raise your hand first. So like if you guys try to talk like all at once, I cannot hear any of your questions. All right, Alvin, you're first.
So my question is, in your code, like after create user, you have parentheses, and then save parentheses, and then at the end, do you have to add another parentheses? Because like
What do you mean? Here should be like you guys how it's look like.
Like you have one parentheses here, and then And then shouldn't there be another parentheses over here?
Okay. So parenthesis problem. Okay, gonna color. Yeah, like this, it doesn't have like color, like actual VS Code. So like we have a parenthesis here, and then close the parenthesis here.
Oh, okay. I didn't
And
see
then
it.
rest of the two here. Yeah. All right, Kate, what's your question? Kate, do you have any questions? All right. Well, okay. No? You think? Okay, I accidentally click on mute somebody again. So, okay. All right. So this is how it's supposed to look like. I'm gonna move on, and then what we could do is now we actually save the user. We actually save the user, and then we actually is basically done on creating a user. But then to make it a little bit more interesting to do, what we would do is we need to go ahead. So like usually after you register, you will be automatically logged in, right? I mean, that's how like most websites handle it. So what we could do now is you see the Authenticate function. And then, yeah, I want to show this, but Authenticate basically going to take in basically it's going to take in username and password, and it's going to try to authenticate, and then basically you can imagine try to select the row or the user object that's best fit, that have like this username and this password. Okay, so now in here what we could do is something like this. Actually, we can do it a little bit. Yeah, actually, yeah, let's just do that. So in here, yeah, does someone say something?
I'm still typing something.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep typing. This is just like one line. And then in here, we'll just say user equal to authenticate. And then notice that I need to substitute request. Django will automatically handle how to change some value in request, this HTTP request object. And in here, we'll go ahead and say username equals request.post username, and then password equals to request.post password. So now what we are doing is we are trying to find the row that we just created for this user. Okay.
I can't see the full screen.
Oh, sorry about that.
The screen is still glitching out again.
Okay. All right. And then what we could do is we can say something like here. We can say something like login. And then login actually going to take in request again, and then the user. That's what we get. So login basically is actually going to handle like change the request, and then is it going to also going to like, so like what user it is currently? Well, we need to give the user object that we just fetched, which is here. Okay, and then here, then what we could do is we can import from Django.http import HTTP response. Actually HTTP response, yeah. And then in here I can just say return HTTP response registered logged in successfully. Okay. All right.
Can you
So
slow down a little bit? Like I'm not finished typing.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for a little bit. So I guess
Can I see the import thing?
Yeah, I will do this.
So maybe in the chat, raise your hand if you're done.
I'm just gonna wait for fix. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Wait, can you like?
There's a yellow underline under my HTTP response.
You add this line that you just highlighted.
Oh, okay, I knew that.
Yellow line means import error. Means you try to use something that you didn't define or imported yet.
I'm still not done with trying to run the register.html.
Okay. Okay. Is most of the people finished? Because I would like catch it. Is there a way to like simultaneous?
Wait, I'm almost done.
Okay. Is there a way to simultaneously let two participants share their screen together?
No, I don't think Zooms allows that. Like,
Nope.
because only one person can share a screen at the same time.
There is a way. Like you can show multi-screen.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Just is everybody finished it with these 4 lines of code yet? Or technically 5.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna give you guys 2 more minutes to finish it, then we'll like Kaiser to share his screen.
My computer like screen isn't very big, so I have to like move everything. There we go, that's better. Is there settings here?
Ethan, could you either mute yourself or put your, I can hear like the Discord notification.
I don't know, I'm not even having that many notifications and it always like.
No, because like, I'm pretty sure someone's Discord notifications going off. Or sorry about that, if it's like Zoom's told me that you are talking when I heard the Discord notification, so I will. For whoever just have the Discord notification, please mute yourself or like just turn do not disturb. Because that's gonna get annoying for
Everybody is muted except for Kessler.
I think now now it should go. Yeah, I don't hear notification anymore. All right, is everybody finished? I'm gonna assume everybody's finished. And then Kaiser, could you share your screen?
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, I think multiple people can share simultaneously. Let's try this. Could you share your screen, Kessler?
Okay. Yeah, I can still share my screen.
Okay, that's okay. Now the problem being is I need to see your screen. That's the problem. I don't think I can see it.
No, you can. At the top, there's like you can see the choices, and then pressing it, you can press.
I don't think it's working for participant. Can you see my screen? Kessler,
Yeah,
could you?
I can switch between yours and Kessler's.
No, Kessler, could you see my screen?
Nope, I only see mine.
Yeah, exactly. Probably not work for participant. Yep. Okay, let's see. First of all, you forget to add a % sign here. On the left-hand side of the C. Yep. I'm not sure will this work, but okay. Try to run Python 3 manage.py run server.
LS.
Yeah, I really recommend you to use git py instead because like your file is a little bit weird. Wait, where are you here? Okay, type cd No, it's a space, dot, dot.
Space, dot, dot.
Yeah. And then now try to run the Python 3 manja run server again. You could use, you could use up arrow key to navigate throughout your history. Press enter. Oh, Matt, okay, could you go to views.py? See that you have a square bracket here?
Here?
Yeah, remove the square bracket. Now try to run again. Okay, actually. No, you don't need, you can type Control C.
Oh.
Now run again. Oops, sorry about that. It still says how much. Okay, did you save it? Did you turn? I recommend you turn the autosave on. That's gonna save some time because I had to repeatedly save them. All right, let's see.
See.
Invalid syntax, request a post. It's not this, it's supposed to be this.
It's not.
It should be square bracket here instead of curly braces.
Okay. Square bracket instead of curly braces.
What's the
And then in here, remove this else. Actually, no, don't remove it. Don't remove it. Okay, I know. Okay, so just indent them all the way to here.
I have an error too.
Or just a sec. You guys can raise your hand, and then I will call by the order show on my Zoom screen.
My
Okay.
hand was raised the whole time.
Is the problem solved?
Oh, I saw you're finished. Okay, yeah, I think it's solved. You can go there and take a look. All right.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it's solved. You can take a look. Go to like 1 to 7.0.0.1 colon 8000 in your browser. Yeah, Jeffrey can share the screen. And then Alvin can share the screen as well. Alvin, you could actually share a screen as well, because like you can share simultaneously.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to lower my hand. I meant I'm done.
Okay, no problem.
It has like this. What does M mean? Modify.
It's a Git. It's a Git thing. I will explain in the last week. Could you click on here?
Open browser.
Okay, not the, but okay. Could you go back to your code? Easier should work.
Go back to code.
Yeah.
Wait.
What's the settings? But settings are not configured. Oh, that's gonna be complicated. Okay. Could you give me remote control? I'm just gonna request Super can make it easier for you. Let's see. Okay. Oh, whoops. Shoot. Wait, what? What did I just do? Okay.
You have to like drag it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why that happens. It should work. Yeah, I think it works.
Wait, but whenever I just do this,
Mm-hmm.
and do that.
Yeah.
Then you do, and then you just type something like this.
Okay, I showed the screen before, like 10 minutes ago. Do you know how to solve it? I showed this 10 minutes ago. It's called Csrf token. That's the point where we add this. So probably didn't add this correctly.
Wait,
Well, we did add this correctly. Okay, probably did you turn autosave on? Did you turn autosave on? Okay, do you mind if I turn autosave on for you?
yeah.
Okay, that should work. All right, now try again. Now I can type something again. Okay. Okay, maybe I have to save it manually for close, save. Okay, now try again.
Yes.
Yeah, that works. All right.
Wait, I'm gonna not.
Whenever I log in, it says that request is not defined or something.
Request.
It says something about after I run the server and I go the password and the username. So basically everything just collapsed and it said that request isn't doing anything. There's just an error.
Okay, so you said like request not found,
Yes.
request not defined. Do you put a request as your function parameter here?
Request definition request. No.
Yeah, you need to put request into the parenthesis.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. All right, let's see, what time is it? Okay, we still have a few minutes for the part 1 of this class.
Well, there's like more than 1 hour.
Yeah. Does anyone know what to type in the workspace? Was it like Python 3, Python, manage.py, run server? That's what it is supposed to be. Okay. Python, manage.py, run server. All right. So now what I want to show you guys, it's something really interesting. So what we'll do here is, actually, you know what? We'll just finish the login first. So to do the login, it's really simple. We'll say first, if request.method equals to post, then do this. Otherwise, return render authentication request here, authentication / login.html. Okay, and then if it's post, which means the form submitted, we'll do something like this. We'll still use the authenticate function, and then request username equals request the post username, password equals request.post password. We'll still do something like this, but then does anybody think there's any issue might happening? How about this? Does anybody, now we can do something like this. So it's similar to here, but does anybody see some problem might happen or some potential bug might happen if I do something like this? So again, let me walk through what the code is doing. Again, let me walk through what the code is doing. First, we try to get the user object by using the username and password user provided. And then we expect it's going to get the user object and then can log in with the current user. Does anybody see any potential bugs might happen with this process? Does anybody see any bugs might happen? Anybody see anything? Like just say something. I know you guys are here.
I'm still trying to finish the code on views.py.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Can you go to register.html?
Oh God. Why did this happen at this time? Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks.
This is the views. What I want you to do is you guys like just stop typing for just a second. Stop typing for just a second. And then I want you guys to take a look at these two lines. And then tell me, do you guys see any potential bugs might happen? You guys just all stop typing for just 1 second and then take a look and think, is there any bug might happen? I will explain what's happening again. So here's that happening. So we are trying to get the user object by using the username and password user provided, and then we're trying to log in the user. Okay, we're trying to log in the current user with the user object as we get. But does anybody see any potential bug might happen in this process? Nobody see any bugs, like potential bugs?
No.
No? Does anybody else have any ideas? Does anybody else have any ideas? Okay. So what might happen is we don't actually end up get the user object. So we don't actually end up get the user. So this user object is none. Does anybody have any ideas why the return after the authenticate function, it doesn't return us a user object, but return a none instead? So like we don't get the user object. Does anybody have any ideas why that happened? So like it returns none.
No.
So what ends up happening is, what if I provided the wrong username or the wrong password? If I provide the wrong username or the wrong password, turns out that I'm unable to get the user object, where there's no such a user object might exist.
Is it break?
In a little bit, yeah. I just want to finish this off. So basically, again, what might happen is this user may not actually return the user object. It might return none if the user provides the wrong credentials. So that we will fix in the second part of the class, all right? So you guys can have a nice break. Now it's break time, all right?
Excuse me, Boyuan.
Can we do something?
Can you go to templates/authentication and then go to register.html. Okay.
Can we do something like, oh, this username doesn't exist. You can create a new account or whatever, something like that.
That's not what usually happens. So like we log into Google accounts, like Google don't automatically create an account for you if you type the wrong credentials, right? So
No,
for
I mean,
example,
like, would you like to create a new account or something like that?
well, I mean, that's not what should happen. Usually they tell you, well, I mean, sometimes we can create a message. Okay, Kyle, you don't have to send me multiple times, but I will go back. Don't worry. Okay. Let me put out the timer first. Oh gosh. Absolutely.
Usually, if I enter a wrong username, it just says username does not exist or something.
Yeah, so it does it. Yeah, so that's what we need to handle, right? So like they couldn't authenticate you. That means they're gonna assume you are the wrong user. You didn't create an account, right? So that's why we're gonna return none, basically. Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For some reason, I still can't run. I still can't run the server. It
Did
still
you see
keeps-
any errors?
Yeah.
What error did you see?
After I changed the code and then tried to go to the directory and rerun the server,
Mm-hmm.
still says error. There was a icon that says error. No, there's no such file or directory.
Okay, there's no such a file.
Mm-hmm. So
But like you still cannot find like manage.py or something.
yeah, I can't find ls and then Python.
Okay, well, that's really weird. Okay, so how about this? Could you type ls in your terminal and tell me what did you see?
I see just Twitter clone.
All right, now you need to type just Twitter clone. Just Twitter clone.
Now I just see command not found.
Okay, did you just see Twitter clone? That's what I'm asking. You shouldn't see command not found because I didn't ask you to literally type any command beside ls. So after you type ls, did you see anything beside Twitter clone?
No.
No. Then you can type cd Twitter clone.
Then
Type ls. Now what did you see?
I see authentication, db.sqlite3, and manage.py.
All right, now run the Python 3 manage.py run server again.
Okay, it works.
So like you're not on the correct folder, basically.
Maybe.
And it's not maybe you are not on the correct folder. It's you are not. It's not like maybe, but.
Okay, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So like I just want you to know like how could you like solve these questions in the future? Like you don't need to necessarily ask me every time. You can like you need to know like which folder you're on. You can type ls, and then usually you can type cd turtle colon or cd dot go back, and then cd put whatever folder name here. Going to move forward to that given folder. But yeah, that's just something to remember.
Now there's this error. It's when I after I get all the passwords in, I see this.
What's the error?
Integrity error.
Integrity. Okay, okay. Could you like read the full error to me, please?
Unique constraint failed. Authorized underscore user dot username. It says integrity error at authorization slash authentication slash register.
Okay. Could you try something like this? I'm not sure why that happens. Let me take a look. Did I see the same error? That's weird. Oh, okay. Okay. So okay, could you run this Python or Python 3 manage.py migrate? Could you type this?
Control Python 3
Wait, could you tell wait, could you tell me your error again?
It says it's a integrity error.
Okay. What's the description?
Unique constraint failed. Unique is all capitalized, and it says authorized authentications underscore user dot username.
All right. Are you sure your views.py is exactly the same as mine?
Yes.
Okay. Then then try this. Then just try type Python 3 manage.py migrate. Tell me if you see it in a new error or does it fixed.
Okay.
All right, so welcome back. Our timer is finished. And then let me share the screen again. Okay, so is everybody finished so far?
Yes.
Okay, here's what we do then. All right, so now we're going. So now we talk before the break. We talk about the user might be none if we don't find this credential. So in here we say something like this: if user is not none, or in other word, we successfully authenticated. All right. Then we in here we could say login. But then otherwise, if the user is none, we might do something different. So we probably want to give an error instead. So in here, you can just say return HTTP response. And in here, we'll just say invalid user. Okay. And then now the login should work. So now let me create a new file.
Wait, can you just stay there because I need to finish typing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you go back? I'm still like typing.
Blocking the screen.
Whoops, sorry about that.
I'm not done.
Oh shoot. Okay, what do you mean by you still can access the server?
Can I write something else in the invalid user area?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Sorry guys, let me Kate share her screen really quick. Kate, share your screen, please. I'm not sure why your server still doesn't work. And your student taught me, but. Okay. Did you type pip install? Kate, did you type pip install? Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I did download. I did type it.
Okay. Could you type like Python manage a Python server? Okay. There's lots of syntax here. So in here, you need to have two equal sign. You need to have a colon here. To have a colon here. You need to indent here. And then you need to indent here as well. And then you actually need to indent all of this contents. And then you forget if here, so make sure to type if. And then remove these spaces here. Your indentation doesn't match, so you have to refollow the indentation. Nope, that's still, it's not the correct indentation. Okay, remove if all the way back to here. All right, now indent again. Okay, now in here, indent as well. Wait, that means one of you, okay, whatever. Indent here as well. Please speak normally, thank you. Indent here as well. All right.
Aircraft guns. Now, C here is actually pretty.
Yeah, this also need to get indented.
We've got 2 friendly carriers over here, and then 2 enemy Japanese carriers over there. I really don't have to set a plan to be like, hey, maybe we should attack them. And look at this. I got an M1 Garand and a Colt 911.
Remove the space here. There's a space.
Do I have any bombs?
Indent line 19.
Oh my god, it even sounds like the 50 calibers. Oh.
Whoever watching some game YouTube video, could you please mute yourself, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, could you go back to the code, please? Okay, I think now it should work. I think we fixed all syntax error. Don't worry about it. Everything should work now. Now
Okay, thank you.
welcome. All right. Whoops. All right. Okay, so now here's how it looks like. Let's go and create register.html. And then it's fairly easy. I'm just gonna copy and paste it to here. And then, yeah, that's basically it, actually. We just need to do this. We'll just like duplicate it too, because there's really no fundamental difference between register and login. So basically copy the register.html, the contents, and then create the login.html. And successfully authenticated login, and then otherwise return invalid user, basically. Okay. Or otherwise you can say something like return render request authentication login. So like we can attempt to let user to log in. All right. So does anybody have any questions so far?
No.
No. All right. So let's take a look.
This like really shows. It's good now.
Okay, what?
It's good now.
Now mine says integrity error.
Seriously? Wait, what? What did you do?
What's the IA?
Did you also go to like here? Oh yeah. Okay. Just one more thing at the end, just return HTTP response. Welcome. Something. All right. Who says integrity error? What's your integrity error?
Integrity error, unique constraint failed, auth user.username.
Oh, okay. I know why. Did you create 2 users with the same username?
Proba.
This is basically tell you that you cannot create 2 users with the same username.
But I thought this was logging in, not signing up.
Well, what's your route?
What do you mean by route?
This is the route.
Oh, the route is, it's auth/login.
It is login.
I did auth/register.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Valid user. Yeah, I mean, you guys can now, you guys can try play with it. And then you guys can see if there's any other circumstance I didn't catch. So like probably in here, you can do something like try except maybe in here then it's just gonna assume, so like return HTTP response, username already exists or something. Okay. All right.
Now it says value error.
What?
It says value error.
Yeah, value error, and then I just add this line at the end. So like before else, right before else. So just make sure you return something. Like
Mine says attribute error.
did you just return a string? You need to make sure you're returning HTTP response. You cannot like return a string.
Yeah,
What's
I
your
think
attribute error detail?
I did return something, but it's still
Okay,
value error.
sorry about that. Who just said attribute error? Finish, please.
it says attribute error at /auth/register.
Okay. All right, keep reading.
Anonymous user object has no attribute. I'll just share my screen if you want.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that's not what I expected. Okay.
That's exactly the error I had a little bit ago.
All right. Could you go back to your code? Okay, could you scroll up? Don't do it. Like it's gonna tell error support already exist. Oh, well, did you close your server? Okay. If you close your server, then just run again. Run like Python 3 manage up run server or something. Huh. Your code looks good to me. Yeah, click on open the browser. Let's see. Could you go /auth/register? All right. Do you mind if you give me remote control? So probably I can do it faster and then tell you at the end. Thank you very much. Constraint failed. All right. Gonna hide that. This is just gonna use my name. Let's see. 12. Line 12 is here. It's not gonna do much. Oh shoot. Your request is indicated. What does it mean by anonymous here? Okay. I don't know what. Let me. Oh, okay. Add a username here. Now try again, see if it works. There you go.
Network.
All right.
Can
All
I
right.
see your code again?
What?
Can I see your code? Because I accidentally put the code that I wrote in def register request.
Okay. Actually, I had to like Kaiser to share his screen first. So Kaiser, could you share his screen? Could you share your screen, Kaiser?
Yeah, I can share it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Reviews.py. See, there's a syntax error with the else, this else.
Okay.
Whatever I do to it, there's either syntax error or a unexpected index.
All right. Just a sec.
And it's completely normal.
Okay. Let's see. Take a look. Yeah, indentation is wrong.
Or it says invalid syntax.
Indentation is wrong. Let's see. Okay, it's kind of a mess. All right, could you share your screen? I mean, share your screen. Could you indent on line 21?
Oof.
Line 22 as well.
Oof.
And then line 23. Remove line 25 as well as 27.
Okay, done. Done.
Yeah, now I don't have a syntax error anymore. Much cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah, indentation is important in Python.
I kind of was still typing my thing, so I didn't get how you were explaining the syntax error. So
What?
So I was like, I just finished typing, and I think Kessler might have had the same syntax error as I had, but I wasn't like paying attention because I was like typing everything. So
How about this? I'm going to teach you how to solve the syntax here, okay? Because like this is a skill that you need to learn. I'm not from now on. I'm not going to help you guys on your guys' syntax here. I'm going to tell you how to solve it, okay? So for example, I just going to create a new function, syntax here. And then what are syntax here? Well, for example, you define a function and then the indent. For example, just say A equals apple. And then you say indent here for some reason, B equals banana. So notice that every time we have a colon generally, you need to make sure indent. You have to indent to something like this. And then after you have a colon, for example, if you don't want to indent, for example, just want to create like an empty function or useless function, you need to make sure you have a pass keyword here. Literally means leave. But then you make sure you re-indent them back, because then otherwise if you indent them here, it's gonna show error here again. All right. So you guys now can work on to solve your guys' own syntax here. Syntax error are the most annoying to solve because sometimes the indentation error. As I told you, when you learn Python, Python cares about indentation. It's not like JavaScript. You could indent like anywhere you want. You have to follow a certain pattern. Python, however, doesn't care how much you indent. For example, you can indent, by default, it's usually a tab, but you could also do 2 spaces. Just make sure you keep it consistent. And then if you're using spaces across your whole document, using space, otherwise using tab, okay? So, or sometimes parentheses also, so like you can take a look, is all the parentheses closed? Otherwise, that's maybe cause some error as well, okay? All right, do you guys have any questions? Any questions? Especially to Ethan?
No. Yes, can I see the code for the register? Diff
Yes.
register request. Okay.
All right. Is everybody ready to move on?
I'm not done with the register code.
Okay. Well, I guess we can keep working. Just let me know after you finish the register so you can move on. Basically, just let me know, okay?
I think I finished.
Is there everybody finished with register?
No.
Okay.
What's happening?
Wait for everybody to finish register first. Register function.
What's the M like U and like the U things like next to like the files?
I don't understand. Well, here's a code. I mean, you can find it if you want to. Just let me know after you guys finish the register function, okay? Ethan, did you have your syntax here?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Few things that still kind of aren't really working.
All right. You could just, if you still cannot solve it, just let me know. All right. Vera, do you finish the register function? And to everybody else?
Almost done.
You're done, Alvin? Are you done?
Almost.
Almost? Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
I'm not done yet.
You're not done yet, Vera?
I
I'm almost done.
have a feeling I finished it, but it's kind of not really working.
No, you didn't finish it.
Like,
If your code is exactly the same as mine, it should work. You can change like the string, like in here, you don't have to be exactly the same thing, but I mean, well,
This site can't be reached error.
Okay, that means server stopped. Run the server again.
Okay. So I say Python manage.py run server.
All right, so we're finished with register function.
So when I type Python manage.py run server, it says Python manage.py it says syntax error.
Well, that means you have a syntax here, so solve it.
How?
I told you how to solve the syntax here. So, two things. Tab, see, are you indent correctly? For the sake of simplicity, when you try indent, you need to make sure it looks like mine. Whenever you use a colon, make sure you're indented. Okay?
What I mean, when I type Python manage.py run server, it says syntax error.
So like in the terminal?
Yeah, in the terminal.
Is there bash says in front of it?
What is bash?
Okay, that means you don't have it. Could you share a screen?
Wait a sec, I have an indentation error.
Could you share a screen? Yeah.
What? Okay, I'll share my screen. So apparently there's an indentation error here.
Why are you in a Python here? No, you're not supposed to be in here. Type exit with parentheses.
Exit?
Yeah. Now run it again. Now run the Python 3. Type Control C first. Okay, now run again.
Okay. And also there's an indentation error, I believe, here.
Yeah, see if you can solve it.
I'll take a look.
All right. Is everyone finished with the register function? Yes or no? Do you guys finish the register function yet?
Yes, I'm finished with the register. Can I look at the login view again? Okay, if request method equals post.
Ethan, did you still not fix your syntax here?
Yeah, I think I indented correctly.
All right. We share a screen really quick.
I think I'm sharing it correctly, right?
Yeah. No, there's so much indentation error. I'm just gonna tell you how to solve. I'm not gonna directly help you. First, there's no S. Okay, here. Second, make sure that so take a look when they have curly braces, like when I have red squiggly underline, that means syntax error. Okay, that means you need to make sure that, see this little tiny line here, to make sure the level of your code aligns with here. For example, except should align with this line here. Okay, user should align with the line here. All right, that's some way that can help you with your syntax error. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you completely messed up with these. Yep. See, that's why I told you guys, indent is important. So now you can see if you start using your JavaScript indent, like JavaScript indents, whether you indent or not doesn't matter, but for Python it does matter. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about logout. Logout is one of the most easiest to implement. Just need to type logout and then put request here. And then here you can just say return HTTP response logout successfully.
You're not sharing your screen?
Shoot, sorry about that. Okay. All right, here you go. It should be something like this. All right, do you guys have any other? All right, so do you guys have any?
Some time.
What?
I said, give me some time.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, so gonna give you guys 3 more minutes to finish this login view. Is that enough amount of time?
Yes.
How about this? Can anybody show of hand to see you already finished with these 3 functions? Register, login, and log out. Raise your hand if you already finished these 3 functions. Which is expectedly nobody, but okay. I'm just gonna give you guys 3 more minutes. If you guys need more time, just let me know. All right.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. Great, 1 person finished. All right, I'm just gonna give you guys 3 more minutes.
I'm done with the logout.
All right. Just make sure you finish all of these 3 functions.
All 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already did all 3.
Register, login, and log out.
Logout is the shortest one.
All right, so Sarah, are ready?
I just wanted to ask a question. So like, how do I delete all the passwords and username currently? Like, is there a way to do that?
There is. Okay, so look really closely. I want everybody to actually pay attention. That's actually a real good question. So if you want to do that, what you can do is you can do Python, type Python, manage.py, create super user, okay? And then now you can type a username, admin, email address. I'm just gonna leave my email address here. And then I'm going to type a password. It says too short, too simple, too common. Well, I create my password anyway, all right? And then remember the credential that you just created. Next, you need to go to /admin route. And in here, you can type whatever you just typed your credential here. And then you should see something like this. This is Django's admin dashboard. And then you can click on users. And notice that we have two user created, two user, admin and username. If I want to, I could
I don't
delete.
see that.
I just tell you how to do it, like literally, but you need to create a super user first, all right? And then it will tell you to create username, to create password. Then you can go to /admin. So wherever your base URL is, as admin as a route, and then you can log in, okay? And then you can manage it.
May you repeat what you write in terminal?
Python 3 manage.py create super user. Create super user are one word. So
Where do you type that?
terminal.
Where's
Wait, I can't create something.
Python 3 what? Manage.py creates super user?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jeffrey, you should be able to create it.
Wait, can you show me the terminal? Python. Oh, there's no space.
Yeah.
It says I have an indentation error.
Create super user. Wow. Username. Email address. Jeffrey. At Gmail. Password. And does not work this thing. Yay.
All right. So this is like a super user. I can manage your account better. Okay.
It says I have an indentation error.
What?
It says I have an indentation error.
Who are you? Kate?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How about this? Could you try to on your own to solve it first?
I don't have that Django site administration thing.
You need to go /admin. /admin is automatically configured for you.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Oh.
My computer's getting really laggy with the typing. Like I can't like type anything.
All right. Well, I mean, I can hear you pretty well. So I mean, your computer can transmit pretty well.
Okay, same. I mean, like it's kind of laggy for typing. So.
All right. This is super user. Is everybody ready? So I mean, okay.
Wait,
What
I can't log in for some reason.
that means? You forget your credentials already. That's the only thing that might happen.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting really laggy. I think everything's working right now. There's a bunch of red underlines, but there's not red underlines like before it. So I'm not sure.
If it's right underline, that means usually means it syntax error. You need to fix it. Otherwise, unless if you run the server, it doesn't tell you error, then that sometimes that means you're still good. But like most of the time, if you see red squiggly line, that means you still have syntax error.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna redo this thing because this thing's getting kind of laggy. Actually, it's getting really laggy.
It doesn't work even though I made the most simplest password ever.
Well, I mean, then, I cannot help you on that, but
The thing is, it's not letting me type in my password. Type in the password.
it lets you type the password. You just cannot see it's actually being typed.
Oh.
Yep.
For some reason on line 10 for me, it says there's an expected and indented block.
That means indentation error, basically. Try to indent it.
So wait, indenting? Try indenting?
Try indent, try dedent, try whatever, make it work. This is how
Now
it's spelled sometimes.
invalid syntax.
What?
Finally.
Oh, on line 11.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to type in the terminal again?
Oh, okay. I don't. Okay. Python 3 manage.py. Create super user. Create super user is one word.
Okay.
Oh, there's so many users.
I have a syntax error when I do that.
Try it and see if you know how to solve it. Like first find which line it is. Let's see, did you match the indentation and stuff like that?
Okay.
Oh my goodness. My computer's lagging like in and out, and then like it gets super frustrating.
Sometimes.
I can't even see what I'm typing, so then I have to do everything. It's like it sometimes works, but then it sometimes doesn't. Like it works for like 5 seconds and it doesn't work for like 10 seconds, and then it comes back for 5 seconds. That's like really annoying. How do you like do the logout request? Because I had to restart the whole darn thing.
Right here on my screen.
I still have a syntax error.
Try and see if you know how to solve it. If you unless okay. Well, all right. Well, yeah. Try and see if you can solve it. Just try to indent or dedent using spaces, using tab, using whatever you need to get to not show the error anymore, basically.
Well, I have no more indent errors. That's good.
Okay.
Excuse me, Boyuan.
Yeah.
When I type that text into my terminal, it says username, leave blank to use JitPod.
Yeah, just type your username here. Remember, this is your username, and then it will later prompt your password.
Wait, I just type a random username?
Yeah, something you can remember, basically.
Okay.
How do you open like the thing again?
What thing?
Like the Django admin site thing. You can have like
Dash admin route.
You can have like 3 like terminals.
I can't type anything in my terminal when it says password.
You can type again for the password. You can type. Because the password just automatically hide the text. So it's still recording everything. Just type.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
I still can't correct the syntax error I have.
Well, I guess you can share your screen then.
It says line 11.
My name. When people interact with my work, I really want them.
That's because you're doing this without an except. You also have an except. So in here, you need to add except. Actually, no, wait. Well, forget about it. Just remove line 9, and then indent. So like, just remove indentation for line 10. That should solve your issue. Yep. There it is. All right. Let's see. All right, 2 more people raise your hand. Jeffrey, you are first, according to my Zoom screen.
Oh, that was from last time.
All right. Okay. Elvin, then.
I forgot to lower my hands. SRY.
All right. Okay.
Actually, I do have a question. So you do 127.0.0.1:8000 / what? To the login place.
To what do you want to do? To do what?
I just want to log in, but after
log into
8,000,
admin dashboard or log into your like your own account.
the login place.
What do? Okay, there's 2 login pages. The admin dashboard or what? Where your own login form.
Yeah, my own login form, the username and
/us/login.
/ what?
/us/login.
Us?
Us. AUTH.
Oh, AUTH. Okay, thank you.
All right. So
Wait, when I go into the admin place, I already created a super admin, but is when after I try to log in, it doesn't let me. It doesn't like do it. Make me log.
you either entered wrong username or wrong password.
Okay, I'll try again.
For some reason, my screen says cannot get auth/login.
All right. Well, that's like the actual question. Okay. You can share your screen.
Okay.
Okay. Go back to your code. Yeah, click open. Okay, yeah, let's just give it a sec. All right, now trying to run the server again, like Python stream manager run server.
Okay.
So I think I wrote my password wrong. So is there a way that I can see it?
There's no way you can see. You can create another account.
Okay.
Okay. This is what it shows.
All right, now you can go back to your actual your actual URL. So like not code, but the actual website.
Okay.
You can try to refresh it. Keep refreshing. No. All right, go back to your code. Go back to our code, please.
Okay.
Maybe
The
change.
bar was in the way.
All right. Let's see. All right. Could you go to urls.py?
Okay. URLs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, oh, yeah, you're using this session. Okay, could you click on make public here? Okay, now go back to your link. Now try to refresh it. Keep refreshing. Could you add 8,000 in front of it?
Now, if I want to suspend someone's account, I just delete their account.
Yeah. Add 8,000 and hyphen in front of it, and a hyphen. And a hyphen? Hyphen?
Okay.
And it's 8,000. It's hyphen, not a slash. Like a little dashed line, hyphen. Now, the semicolon. This is a colon. It's a hyphen. Hyphen's like this, like a subtraction symbol.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. And it's 8,000. No, well, no. I mean to change this 1,000 to 8,000.
Okay.
Remove this. Now try to refresh it.
Okay.
All right, there you go. You don't have this templates created apparently. I guess so. You can go back to your code and go back to your code. And then you could, yeah, see you only have register.html. You should also have login.html. It's basically like exactly the same thing as register.html. So like you can just create a new file. Like, let's see, yeah, just create a new file called login.html. And yeah, it is type programming can be really exhaustive task. Like just imagine like if you're paid to do it, it's so exhaustive. Like there's so many bugs. Syntax error is one of the best bugs to met because it's so easy to solve. Unlike some actual bugs. All right, yeah. Yeah, don't be worried. How many people are starting to enjoy programming?
I'm starting to enjoy being an admin.
Okay, yeah, you'll have much more power. We'll talk about you can actually delete people's tweet as well if you want to in the future.
What? I definitely.
Not just user, you can delete anything. Because you're an admin, you can delete any rows. That's the biggest difference between Django and Flask. But back when I learned programming, it takes me like 3 or 4 months to actually like get Python and get Flask installed. It just takes so exhaustive, just take me so long to get installed. It's really complicated, but once you like get through these part, the rest of it's pretty simple. Just read through some documentation. In fact, one final part, sort of like assessment overall, will be your ability to read a documentation. So I will eventually give you a documentation, and then you will follow the step it gives to you, and then try to do something. Maybe try to deploy it. So I will give documentation of how to deploy it to Heroku, and then you will try to deploy it basically. So that's something sounds pretty fun, I guess. But I mean, there's not enough amount of time to really do anything special now. So do you guys have any other thing you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about.
Question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Once you create the login.html, what code do you put into it?
It's the same thing as register.html.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if you're like the admin of a website, so like in a company you have an online website, in the website, who's stronger, an admin or the boss?
Well, figure it technically, your boss have more power.
What do you mean who's
But-
stronger?
Boss has more power over you, but if you have the access, for example, if you have the entire access to the Google database, then you should be the boss because like you could do anything you want with it, technically. So like technically your boss is your boss, but you could technically do whatever you want as well.
But you can be the boss. Like, you can't have power over yourself.
I mean, you could. I guess, yeah.
So
Yeah, so I mean, that's the actual code. So, I mean, if you guys don't have any questions, I guess that's it.
So you
for
mean
today.
on the website you have the admin has the most power, but in the company the boss has the most power?
I mean, it's really depends on the situation. But anyway, that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in this like 3 or 4 minutes. Otherwise, you guys are feel free to leave, and then we'll see you on next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
I have an error. I have an indentation error.
Try to see if you can solve it. But I mean, there's really not enough time for you to share a screen anymore. So,
Okay.
all right. See you.
Thank you for teaching.
No problem.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you
Bye.
for teaching us.
No problem. Bye, guys.